Hello everyone, my name is Chantal, and in this video I'll be sharing with you 7 reasons why we feel stuck in life. I had the burden to share this with us because we live in a day and time when there is this pressure to succeed, and to succeed big. This success has to happen overnight. It has to happen like quick, fast, now. And this has made a lot of people to feel stuck, feel left behind, feeling like they are late bloomers. Do you feel completely lost in all of this conversation about purpose and success? Or maybe you're not completely lost. You do have a glimpse, or you know what your purpose is, and you've even had a plan, but for some reason you can't take that first step, or you find yourself going around in circles. This can really be a frustrating place to be, and if you are that person, then this video is for you. The very first reason is that we are ignorant of the underlying problem. Getting a diagnosis is always a relief for both the doctor and the patient, because it helps the doctor to be able to figure out the best treatment plan for his patient. So if the doctor skips this stage, he might put the patient on a treatment plan that will not address his problem. A lot of people are stuck in life because they skip the stage of finding out the reason behind their problems, and they just jump into the solutions. That's why you have people who go out there and buy all the books, attend all the seminars, follow all the great people, make plans and try to execute them, but then you still find yourself stuck because maybe you are looking for solutions that do not address your problem. Charles Kettering says that a problem clearly stated is how solved. So stop rushing to solutions. Take the time, sit down and find out what is the underlying cause to my problem. Then the solutions will become even more clearer. The second reason is that we measure progress the wrong way. Most often we measure progress in our lives against our ideals, or we measure progress by comparing with someone else who is on a very different path from us. The right way to measure progress is by looking behind to see how far you have come from where you started. Think about the commercials to these weight loss programs. When they put the before and the after, they usually are not comparing that before with that person's goal or with that person's ideal. That after is usually somewhere in the middle. Few weeks into the program, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So they are looking back to where that person started to be able to measure the progress. Let's say you're at 300 pounds and your goal is to be 120, right? Within a week, you lose a pound. That might not be very visible to you. Neither is it going to be visible to those who see you maybe every day. And so you feel stuck. The people who are looking at you feel like, you're nowhere close to 120. You don't look like 120, so you're probably stuck. But if you take your time to get on the scale and get a weight, then you will realize that you've lost a pound. Even though nobody else sees it, it builds confidence in you. You know that, okay, progress is taking place. There's something I'm doing right. And then you're going to continue to do it. The you now is not the you then. You might not really be the you that you want to be yet, but then there is a change, there is some movement, there is something that has happened that leaves you confident, that leaves you happy, and above all, it makes you somebody with a grateful heart. So take time and count your blessings. See in what areas you are growing, and if there are areas that you really need to grow or you are really stuck, then you would be able to narrow the solutions down to just that part of your life. The third reason is that we take the wrong path to success. Usually somebody identifies a need, then you create a product or a service to meet that need, and then you deliver it. If it does what it says it would do, if it meets that need, then that thing gets big and then gets famous, popular. But today, people are taking the other way around. Even when somebody has nothing to offer, does not even have the intention to meet a need, you just have to build an image. So you build that image, and after you've hypnotized everybody with that image, you can sell them anything and they'll fall for it. And in some cases, people are given nothing. You may be asking, how does this make anybody feel stuck? Yes, it does. Because not everybody has those things that are needed to build an image, even when you have nothing to offer. And so there are people out there who have a gift, who have something, but they feel like, I don't qualify, I don't fit in that box. I don't have the beauty that hypnotizes, I don't have the charisma, I don't have the charm, I do not have the kind of money that can attract fame. And so they take the little gifts that they have or their little talents and they put it in the closet and they feel stuck because they want to follow that wrong path to success. No, get that thing out of the closet. Ask God to open your eyes to see what are the platforms you have around you. What are the little opportunities, even starting from your home, to live your dream. So the time that you are wasting trying to build an image is the time that you would have spent sowing little seeds that will bring you greatness tomorrow. Zig Ziglar says that you do not need to be great to start. You need to start to be great. The fourth reason why we feel stuck is that we either overestimate our gift or we underestimate our gift. There are people who feel just too big for small things, and there are others who are feeling so small for big things. People who feel like I carry just so much, what I carry inside of me is just too big that I cannot start small. And what that does to you is that you miss out on opportunities to be a blessing. You miss out on opportunities to influence. I'm not saying that you should look down on yourself or you should feel small. Self-confidence is very different from pride. Self-doubt is not humility either. There are people who feel like, what can I offer? I'm not educated. I'm not beautiful. I'm too young. What can I offer? I'm too old. What can I offer? And most often people who are caught in this trap are those who look at success through the wrong path that we have mentioned earlier. Or people who feel like what they have is too small, the problem is too big, and it will not make a difference. The little you do makes a difference. Remember, the big ocean is made up of little drops of water. So do not feel small for big things, and please do not feel too big for little things. Ask God to open your eyes. Start with the opportunities that are around you, and then you will walk your way up to greater influence. The fifth reason is a big one: changing seasons. We cannot run away from this one. In our lives, there will always be the good seasons and the bad seasons. And how do changing seasons affect us? We always find ourselves in two positions within a season. Either you're in the middle of a season or you're at the end of a season and you need to move into a new one. Now, when you're at the end of a season about to move into a new one, you will feel stuck because it's time to move out. It's time to expand. Maybe you're feeling stuck because God is nudging you to expand. So you're expanding your comfort zone. It would be frightening at first, but after a while, it becomes second nature to you. And that's how you expand your circle of influence. But the most difficult one is when you are in the middle of a season and it's not a harvest season. Actually, when it's a harvest season, you want to remain in that season. It's like, yay! And you want to just put your life out there for everybody to celebrate with you. But when it's a difficult season, a tough season, at times we really feel stuck. We just want to rush out of that season. But you could be there for a reason. God knows it and He has allowed it because He's doing a good work. He's preparing you for greatness. It's like a seed that is under the soil and it's lying there dormant, but there is work going on, preparing it to sprout. But if you take it out before time, then that seed loses its chance to ever grow. And I think leaders and mentors should also really take note of this point. Through your prayers and advice, make sure you're not rushing somebody out of a season they have to be in or keeping somebody in a season that they have to be getting out of. And if you're that person that right now you are in a very tough season and you just can't wait to be out of it, I would like to encourage you that God tells us in Psalm chapter 1 that you just need to delight yourself in Him, trust in Him, and you will be like a tree that is planted by the riverside that bears fruit in its season. You will bear fruit in your season. And while you're going on that journey, He's available. He's right there to comfort you. The sixth reason is lack of a productive plan. And by plan, I'm not just talking about a to-do list that you check at the end of the day, because I have done that activities, checking them at the end of the day, but it was not productive. It's very important to make sure that whatever plan you have is aligned with your goals, and that your goals are also aligning with your purpose in life. Because there are people who do have a plan and a structure, but for some reason they still feel stuck. So look again, is this aligning with my goals in life? Or maybe it's even your goals that are not aligning with your purpose in life. And that's why the whole thing is mixed up and you're feeling stuck. You know, I can't wait to share more about this with us, because the moment I changed the way that I do my planning, I saw a lot of progress in my life. The seventh reason is that we lose hope along the way. You know, if you do not have hope, then you cannot talk about faith. You cannot talk about taking a leap of faith into anything in your life, because faith is the substance of things hoped for. Or in other words, faith is that confidence that what you're hoping for will actually happen. So if there is no hope, if you lose hope, then faith has nothing to work on. And I totally understand that we are going through tough times now. We're going through difficult times. A lot is bombarding us from left and right, and it's very easy to sink into despair. But think about this. When do you normally take something and throw it in the garbage? Something that's broken. It's usually when you feel like there's no hope. I can't repair this thing. There is nothing within my control or I can do to fix this thing, and I don't even know of anybody who can fix this thing for me. That is when you take it and you put it in the garbage. But when you know that somewhere I know a repairer who can fix this thing, then you would normally still have hope. Bring it to God and leave it there. There is nothing too hard for God. So if you are feeling stuck, you're feeling behind, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling like a late bloomer, you are losing hope, you're sinking into despair, I'm here to encourage you. All hope is not lost. Take your eyes away from those things that are weighing you down. Fix your eyes upon the Lord. Do not go through that journey all by yourselves. He says, cast the burdens on him, because he truly, truly cares for you. Please do let me know in the comment section below which of these 7 reasons you identified with the most. You know, we're going to be looking at the solutions to these problems, and I would love to start with the ones I think people identify with the most. God bless you.